Chevrolet to preserve a Ford victory. That's what Scott Lagasse did earlier to save the lead for Chevrolet. See if Butler tries it now.
So, Butch Miller brings that F-150 down. Right inside of him, another Ford. Chevrolet of Skinner and Hornaday's number 16 Chevy right there, knocking on the door, followed by the Ford of Rutman. Back and forth. We're away. That's 179. 20 laps to go when they come by. Butch Miller pulls away from Skinner. Give him a length and a half.
Well, Skinner was able to get by Toby Butler before Butler could do any kind of blocking there on the restart. So that strategy didn't play out as they might have expected it to.
Skinner closing in. Butch Miller in the lead. Mike Skinner, originally out of Ontario, California, now a resident of Randall, North Carolina, on the rear deck. Closes in on that 98.
And Bill Sedgwick moved on the inside and around Joe Ruckman and has taken over the fourth. Remember, Sedgwick dropped back to, what, 6th position? He's already back up to 4th now.
Got a lot of making up to do in 20 laps, though. He's at least 10 car lengths back to the 3rd place runner, Hornaday. Ruckman right there. Then Resendez stays with it. 7th, P.J. Jones, Rick Corelli, rounding out that top group for the lead. Let's go to Dick Berggren.
Well, a lot of the drivers who have never run here before are doing extremely well. Mike Skinner is one of those, and he is looking for the lead right now. Another is Bill Sedgwick. He had been here before, ironically, however, as crew chief for Ron Hornaday. In the series in 1995, Sedgwick has a 2nd, a 3rd, 2 5ths, a 7th, 2 8ths. He is due, but right now he is fading as Butch Miller continues to lead.
And as Skinner continues to apply more and more pressure, tailgating number 98. It's Mike Skinner in the GM Goodwrench Chevy. C1500 looking good. Qualified in 8th position. First time here. Closes up and again runs down Butch Miller on the main straightaway.
And I think that he's using his tires, abusing them more. Of course, it's time to do it. You got to do it right now. You get this close to the end of the race. Miller, I think, is still conserving his. He's staying right down on the inside of the racetrack, trying to run a very smooth, straight line around this racetrack, trying not to buzz that right rear wheel tire in him. And certainly Skinner is driving his heart out back there, trying to make Miller make a mistake.
5-time winner this year, Mike Skinner in 2nd place. Butch Miller trying to win his first Super Truck Series event. Down into the final laps at 187 of 200 right now.
They're coming up on heavy traffic once again. I think it'll depend on who can get through that traffic the best. Miller gets by the Nemechek truck in a hurry.
Bob Strait has gone back into the garage area. Clark's number 23 down to the inside. Miller right through the eye of the needle. Nemechek up on the outside. Easy pass there. Look at this 75 Sedgwick following back Resendez in there. Resendez has moved around Rutman, and apparently the handle is off on Rutman's vehicle.
Yeah, he is. Resendez
now Corelli is getting by P.J. Jones.
P.J. and P.J. hits Corelli going into turn 3, and Corelli spins up on the high side of the track. Caution is out.
Caution is on the speedway at lap 189.
Rick Corelli will stay in the lead lap. He just got a little tap from P.J. Jones going into turn 3. They were jockeying back and forth for that position. They had switched it a couple of times in the last couple of laps.
Good point to talk about how they finish here, Ned, which is different from what we see in Winston Cup racing.
Yeah, they do not finish under yellow. They will, at least the last 2 laps, will be run under green flag conditions.
Green, white, and checkers to wrap it up.
We're not close to that yet. I don't think that'll come into play with this caution that we have right now. Butch Miller would like to see it come down to that, but
right now?
Yeah. But that's not the way it'll be. He knows that he's got green flag racing yet to do.
Little break for Skinner here, counting laps. Get those tires cool. That'll give him a chance to really charge here at the finish.
Exactly.
Teague's 51, and then Skinner. Now Teague will drop down on the inside, and the 3 truck will pull right up on the tailgate of number 98 to decide this.
Well, now we're within the last 10 laps, and P.J. Jones has been ordered to the pits. Would that be correct in saying? Anyway, he has gone to the pits.
Gone to the pits.
He has gone to the pits. P.J. Jones has gone to the pits on the backstretch. We don't know if he has a problem or what the situation is. We'll try to get word on that.
Made a great run. He was in 7th place. Here's Mike Joy.
Ned, he was black flagged for getting into the back of Rick Corelli and turning him around. That was the view of the NASCAR officials. There are the umpires. They made the call, and he gets a quick trip to the penalty box.
And he's coming right back now out of turn 4. You'll see him from this shot. See him come in there at the top of turn 4 and ready to blend in. Here's Dick Berggren.
Well, in the Butch Miller area, they are standing and not sitting watching the end of this race. This is Gary Showalter. He is the crew chief. How about it, Gary? Can you hold that number 3 back there?
Well, the Rebus is forward, running really well, but 3 is really tough. We just got to hope we can get green the rest of the way.
Well, they're looking for green. I think the rest of the fans in this grandstand are looking for green all the way, too, Ken.
You bet. 191 up on the board now, so it is a shootout. Getting down to the finish of this one will mean 9 cars in the lead lap.
And apparently they're holding P.J. Jones for a lap, and he's still sitting there where we saw him a moment ago at the exit of the pit, so they have penalized him a lap.
They're the leaders. Miller, Skinner, Hornaday, Sedgwick, Resendez. Ready to try to decide this one. P.J. waiting. So apparently assessed him a couple of laps.
Well, no, he's still just 1 lap at the moment, Webb, but they're still holding him, so you're right. So apparently they are going to hold him there. The pace truck has pulled behind the wall, so we're scheduled to get the green this time by. It'll be a single file restart because we are within 10 laps of the finish of the race.
192 as they come down.
Well, I say single file. We see a lot of trucks pulling up there trying to make a double file, but now they single out. Butch Miller comes around, the green flag waves, and we're off and running to settle it all.
Hornaday goes to the inside, trying to move through on Skinner, taps him.
Yeah, they
Skinner
do
picks
a
it
little
up.
bit of bumping there. If he had gotten up beside of Skinner, that would have been the best thing that could have happened to Butch Miller. Miller protecting that inside groove. He knows it's going to be tough to pass on the outside, even though he did pass.
Good afternoon.
Slows down, flat tire, right front. He's going to try to get off the track.
Yeah, he needs to just pull it down out of the way. Stay out of the groove.
Does so and lets those leaders through. Butch Miller in front. Skinner coming around. White flag this time.
White flag is scheduled to come out. A lot of heavy traffic in front of it. Don't think it'll come into play, although it might. White flag is out, and here are the leaders going in. They are coming up on some traffic. The T.J. Clark truck there with a lot of smoke coming from it. Butch goes inside it. Here comes
Skinner
comes on the inside.
Here's Skinner down on the inside, charging for the finish. He puts the fender right in the door of Butch Miller. Here they come out of 4, side by side, to the line. I think you can give it to Miller.
I think it's Miller. Boy, but
I think it's Miller by 2 inches as Skinner waited the time and tried to pace himself for a perfect shot. Pulled up, it may have been an inch or 2 short.
Boy, it was
They
close.
stay on short track and too close to call. Let's see how that one came out. It looks like Coopersville, Michigan native Butch Miller has finally pulled it off as he came out of 4. An incredible run to the line. Mike Skinner had him standing and cheering. Ford against Chevy right to the finish. And ladies and gentlemen, for the first time in Super Truck history, throwing her in a big 180. How about it for Michigan's Butch Miller?
All right, is he pumped up?
Short track Saturday night.
Stand clear down there, Mike Joy. He is putting on a show for the fans, and they're loving it. Okay, we're going to take a look at the photo finish, Ken. As we see Butch Miller getting, here it is, as they come across the line.
Skinner had him there.
He had him, but look at the momentum that Miller has as they come to the start-finish line. Boy, that is close. What, 6 inches, 8?
Oh, I'd say that is the 11th race, and all 11 have been decided by less than 10 seconds this year total. All right, Butch Miller ready to clamber out. Mike Joy ready to talk with him. What a show in Colorado. At the start-finish line, another look, another angle of this incredible finish that Butch Miller has pulled off today in winning his first Super Truck race.
He had momentum coming off turn 4 on the outside, and you can see just barely noses ahead of Mike Skinner as they get to the start-finish line.
Couldn't get much closer than that. Let's go to Mike Joy.
This is short track racing. These are not show cars. If you buy a truck, you buy it to work. Look at the work that's been done on the right side of Butch Miller's truck. Those were tire marks from the first pass. Now look at the left side. This was coming to the start-finish line. This truck did its work and earned its keep today, and Butch Miller, could you be any more thrilled?
Never, ever could I be more thrilled today. I didn't want it to be quite as exciting, I got to think. I got some great sponsors. Ray Bestis, Ford Credit, Red Carpet Lease, and of course this is a Ford F-150 pickup truck. But those guys stuck behind us. You know, they took an old short tracker and said, let's go.
This morning, and you said you knew you had the best truck here.
Well, we did. I'm just a little bit rusty in traffic. I don't know what to do about it. I got to work on it a little bit more, but I have a hard time guessing which way those guys are going.
Can't get any further to the front than right here, Victory Lane. Dick Berggren.
Mike, usually there are a lot of smiles in second place. There are, well, he just gave us a big smile right now, but there hasn't been one until now. Mike, tell us about the last lap.
Well, the caution's really what hurt us. You know, we were a little bit better than Butch right there on the long run, and we saved our tires the first 60 laps of the race and just sat back there and rode, and we got that caution, so let's go on up there. And I guess Ron got together with Bill or something happened there, and to give us a little opportunity to save some tire passing them guys, and we knew we could run with them. We felt like we was a little bit quicker, but I got under Butch a couple times, and you know, Butch wanted to win real bad, and I said, you know, it's a good points race for us if we just finish right here. So I got to congratulate Butch Miller and his team. They did a super good job, and congratulate my team. I'll tell you what, we came in here today, we were junk. I'll tell you, we ran so bad, and they just kept on digging. They worked and worked and worked, and halfway we went in there and fine-tuned it, and GM Goodrich Service Chevrolet done pretty good for us.
And they got seventh. Second, Ken Squire.
Mike Skinner, Butch Raymond, Butch Miller, couple of great champions. More and more. A look at the final standings here today. Butch Miller back in first place at the end of a race. He's been there so many times during the season, but not when the checkers flew. Hornaday the third, Sedgwick, and then Resendez. Rutman fell to sixth, and that has a big story tied to it. Carilli seventh, Sprague, Portingay, Walker Evans, a great 10th place finish.
And Dennis Setzer hung in there and finished in 11th place. This is unofficial, of course. Toby Butler 12th, P.J. Jones 13th, even after getting penalized. Scott Legacy in 14th, and John Nemechek in 15th position.
Those are the top runners here. Now take a look at these the points today. What a turnaround we have here. Mike Skinner now in front. Rutman was leading going in after Milwaukee. Butch Miller third, Hornaday and Sedgwick in the top five. Those are the standings as they get ready to go to Kansas and run at Heartland Park 2 weeks from today. Butch Miller the winner. So for Ned Jarrett, Mike Joy, and Dick Berggren, this is Ken Squire saying so long from Dacono, Colorado, where Miller has won the Colorado Super Truck 200. Next Sunday, CBS Sports Racing Team takes it south to Talladega for live flag-to-flag coverage of the Die Hard 500. And tomorrow, the CBS Sports Show presents live boxing 10-round heavyweight fight, James Thunder and Franco Wanyama. That's tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern on the show. The 1995 Colorado Super Truck 200 has been a presentation of CBS Sports.
I'm talking.